Hey, this is the Daily Overpass. My name is Eric and I make apps. Now today I want to talk about if I am softening my stance on Ionic. Alright, so I'm in the suit again because I was in London all day meeting with clients, and I missed several perfect opportunities to have a nice London backdrop, and now I'm back at the train station on my way home, and I thought I'll film here in the parking lot because it looks kind of moody and sinister and like I'm like a gangster or something. So, hey, how's it going? So anyway, I got a really good email this morning from somebody saying, Eric, I saw a video you did a while back saying you no longer use the Ionic framework, but you've been mentioning in your live stream that you do some Ionic work. So have you softened your position on it? And it was a really good question because I get a lot of grief for that video I did about us not using the Ionic framework anymore. Even though I was trying to be very clear about the fact that it was more that I didn't want to do all these client projects that we have in case there were some problems with web view control. I don't like the web view control, I don't like dependency held, and when there's an issue, I don't want it to happen with every single one of my clients. However, there are situations where it makes total sense, and we are doing a few new projects in Ionic. So strangely, we have a few clients that when we bring up the Progressive Web App for the PWA route, and we say we would like to do this in a container app on the App Store, but we'd also like to do a Progressive Web App, so it would be available on browser, on Windows Phone, if anybody wants to do it, and be available in all these different places, and they are saying yes. And when it comes to doing something like a Progressive Web App or sharing that, Ionic framework is a fantastic framework for it. So, you know, and I kind of feel like I'm letting everybody down because I did that video and like I'm not living up to what I said, but the reality is we choose the language based on the needs that we have. So if it's a game, then we have to think about what game framework do we use. If it needs to be native, you know, for me the decision tree is always, does this have to be native? If it doesn't have to be native, can it be a hybrid framework? Or does it need to be web-based? If so, can it be a hybrid framework? Do we want to take that kind of risk? You know, where we might need to do something later that is native and hasn't caught up, which is, you know, to be honest with you, there's so many Cordova components out there, but you run into that dependency problem, right? And or is it something that we could use Flutter for? And it's always deciding on the right technology. And I don't want to say no to any technology ever, even though I have said we're not using it anymore. We are using it on a few different projects. So I wanted to clarify that in case it ever slips out that we're doing this on Ionic, because Ionic is a good framework. We're just not doing it for everything yet. I'm trying to minimize my risks in that area. So anyway, you know, and we'll do another video about the decisions that we have to make and trying to go with the most cost-effective option for our clients is what we try to do. We try to give them the best solution for the best price, and you know that means not just going straight for native all the time. So let me know what you guys think. Do you disagree with that? You know, and anyway, that's it for today. I'll talk to you guys again tomorrow.